Hey everybody, it's me, Remy the Comic Book Poser, and we're here today to welcome you to Enter the Poserverse. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. Sure, some DC books are coming out today, but I don't care about that shit because it's not Wednesday, which is the real new comic book day. So to find out what books I'm picking up and I think you should read on Wednesday, February 17th, you'll have to check it out after this.
Hey, little girl, did you want to know a secret?
I got 5 on it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, like I said in yesterday's weekly rankings video, y'all did it. Thank you so very much for helping me hit that 750 subscribers. If you have not gone to that video, made a comment, and if you want to share it to get more people around, or get you more chances to win one of 2 Hotel Number 1 slabs coming in at a 9.2, then click this link that's going to pop up and be like, go do that video thing. The giveaway will close on the 23rd of February at 11:59 p.m. Central, and I will record something. I might do a live haul on Wednesday the 24th. I don't know yet, but it's going to be something small. Me going, here's a wheel. Thank you so much. But I am getting some things in line that I think my 1,000 subscriber giveaway is not going to be as dope as my guy DJ Links, because he's giving away fire. And you can look at the link to DJ Links' road to 1,000 subs. But I think I have some things that are okay, and definitely on brand for me, so I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. Maybe it's what I want to underpromise and overdeliver. I don't know. So, without further ado, my goal is to not take 30 minutes like I did last week. Sorry, and thank you to those of you who hung along to the end. So we'll fire through these. I can't remember the number of books. I'll drop to the bottom real fast. 26 comments, so we'll see if I can be a lot quicker. First from AWA is American Ronin number 5. I've enjoyed this series immensely to the point I think number 5 is the last one. But I definitely think, you know, there have been AWA series so far where you get towards, you know, book 3 or book 4 and you're like, nah, this is going to be done. This one, I honestly think it's the way it's being written is screaming that a second arc is going to happen, because there are a hell of a lot of things to resolve in only 1 or 2 more issues. So I'm excited to see if they pull it off. I really have liked, I think it's Peter Milligan who is writing this book. It's been a lot of fun to me. It's been, you know, a good spy action thriller, and I like those kinds of things. Next up from DC is Batcat number 3. This series has been okay. We'll see how I feel after number 3, that I kind of liked the way that it was played through with the reveal of Selina and then Joker in old age. So I want to see what happens next, but this to me is screaming like, I don't need to read this now. Maybe I'll wait until it's up on DC Universe Infinite, whatever that damn app is called for real. Next up for Marvel is Black Widow number 5. I really enjoy this. I think the way that Kelly Thompson is writing Black Widow is really good. We know that Natasha has become aware that she is either some kind of prisoner being some kind of tracked, right? She's aware that strange things are afoot at the Circle K. Finally coming out of her prison, she is in this trap of, is it a question of what is up with either saving the family that she thinks she's in love with, the child that she thinks is biologically hers, or does she need to break free from this whole illusion? Next up from AWA is Bite Size number 3. I have enjoyed Bite Size. Like I said, it wasn't initially what I thought it was going to be, but watching kind of them go on the robot hunt around the house has been kind of fun, kind of cute. Something I think I would share with my kids when, you know, they're a little bit older. I don't know what the right age is for, so I'll see if my 5-year-old becomes scared of his toys at this point. Next up from Marvel is Cable number 8. That this is a meet up between Cable and Domino. I think, are they the ones that are hunting like kidnapped mutant babies? All these X-Men titles are running together, but I will tell you that this Cable run is on a lot better track than it was where it first started. Next up, from Image's Family Tree, you know I'm a big Jeff Lemire fan. We are running, I think, in the end of this series that I think this wraps up in book number 15, so we're in, the third arc of what's going on now to figure out how or what is the best way to protect the family. Next up, apparently, a bunch of folks missed out on Haha number 1 because both the A and the B cover, which everybody could have bought for cover price when you bought it or put it on your pull list. Those books are going for like $20-25 a pop now, so I wasn't as terrified of a clown as I thought it would be, but I'm ready to dive in for more. I'm also excited because I think from Golden Apple, I've got 2 of the Virgin exclusives of cover B coming out, which, if I remember, I'll throw a image up somewhere because it's sick. Next, from Vault Comics, it's a new number 1. It's Hollow Heart. I don't know a lot of what's going on. All I know is that you've got somebody in a bio suit. This, to me, at least the premise looks a little bit like the person is kind of RoboCopy, and I'm all about that. But Vault is now definitely on that list of if you've got a new number 1 that you're dropping, I'm going to pick it up and give it a shot ski. Next up from Man Cave Studios is Hollywood Trash number 5. I think this is the last one where the 2 world's most unfortunate garbage men, maybe their hell day is almost over from fighting all of the villains. This has been an amazing run. Maybe when it wraps and I see when all's said and done, maybe I'll get to talk to Steven Sonneveld, the writer of this, and collect my, class of 2018, 2019 badge for talking to all of the authors who were Talent Search winners. Next up, for Marvel, we're hitting a run of things that I like. Iron Man number 6 has been kind of fun. We also get a villain revealed at the end of book 5 that I'm excited to see them here. King in Black number 4. God damn, this series has been amazing, and I've read every single time but Black Cat 1 and 2, and I'm trying to rectify that, but I think Marvel is showing what an event should look like with all of these books, tie-ins or not alone. I'm excited for Planet of the Symbiotes number 2, right? Especially when it's got the phrase American Kaiju at the beginning. Hell yes. Next is MODOK Head Games number 3. This book is just wild. I'm a big Patton Oswalt fan. I like the way that he constructs stories. I like the way that he constructs his comedy. And a lot of this is kind of playing off in just how wild MODOK is and how wild they've decided to kind of play with him as a character. Next is Marauders number 18. The Marauder is on its way to Madripoor. I'm wondering how this is going to connect with the Madripoor auction that was happening in Wolverine, because a bunch of shit went down at the end of that book, and it was wild, and I want to see what happens now that, the Marauders, who Wolverine has done some stuff with Cape Pride in terms of working together. I want to see how they connect in this one. From Aftershock, we've got Miskatonic number 4. This has been a wild book again. Cthulhu, film noir, crime. Now there are political bombings, but they want to connect things back to the underlying conspiracy, and I think it's going to pay off. But this has been a read that has sprung up on me based on how good it is. Next from Boom Studios, Once and Future number 16. I loved number 15 a lot, right? That it was kind of returning back to the premise of the first arc of the 2 kinds of clusters of people who are getting together to create and tap in all of the major players in the Grail legacy, right? In the Arthurian legend. So I want to see how this continues to ramp up because it's been dope. Next from Mad Cave Studios is Pantomime number 4. I've already read this and I enjoy it a lot because you're starting to see what our young criminals can do as adults as they are continuing to kind of break free from their past and dealing with the master. But this book is pretty good and is coasting its way into the end of the series, which has been quite enjoyable. Next up is Picture of Everything Else number 2 from Vault Comics. Goddamn, number 1 to this was so amazing. Imagine maybe a more interesting version of the Picture of Dorian Gray. It's good. It's real good. Next up from Boom Studios is Power Rangers number 4. If you paid attention to yesterday's video, which I recorded 10 minutes before this one, I haven't read Mighty Morphin number 4 yet, so we'll see if I'm excited about this. I have caught up on some of the Shattered Grid arc from the old Power Rangers run that I missed out on, to be able to understand a lot more of the references of what's going to happen in this one. Next up, you've got Shadow Doctor number 1. This has been the book that's been heavily promoted in the back of damn near every Aftershock title lately. It is a true story of Peter Calloway's grandfather, and I think Peter Calloway is writing it. Black man who graduates from med school in the 30s, can't get hired in Chicago, so he has to find ways to continue to operate, to use his medical license to help people around him. The 2 or 3 preview pages that have been in the back of those books have been pretty good, so I'm definitely giving this the I'm probably hooked after 1 issue test. Next up from Marvel is Spider-Woman number 9. I really liked what happened in the Spider-Woman King in Black tie-in. I think that was the issue before this, where Jessica's kind of in the Hulk tank, and there are a bunch of random things going on in terms of people who are real or clones from her life or past, and I just want to see how this all continues to kind of escalate. Next up from Image Skybound is Stillwater number 6. This is the end of the first story arc. We know that shit has gone down between the welcoming committee or the welcome party, the citizens and our new guy, versus the judge and people who hold their allegiance to them. So we get to figure out, are they successful in overthrowing the judge? Is there a new order that rises? Does the judge double down and become more tyrannical? I'm excited to see how this one ends, and then reread all 6 of them together, because I think Zdarsky and his team have been just dropping little breadcrumbs throughout that I want to make sure I haven't missed leading into Arc 2. Next up from IDW is the much anticipated Last Ronin number 2. I have not seen or heard as much drama surrounding the release of issue 2 that came out around issue number 1. I'm excited to see what happens. I really hope that accurate numbers are printed so everybody who wants a first printing can get one. I know that this has gone to at least 3 printings, so we'll see how it fares for issue number 2. But there's a new ally that the Ronin has. We get to see more action against the Foot Clan to try and stomp the last living turtle in existence, so we'll see what happens. Next up is one of my favorite ongoing books from Mad Cave Studios right now. It's Terminal Punks number 4. They are now lost under the tunnels of the airport. There are still monsters after them. The CDC is trying to hunt them down. There is a bunch of teenage depression going on, and I think people trying to assassinate them. Do they make it out of the airport alive? This is the next to last issue of this series. I just like the story and the art together. That you tell me that I get to see Ehrman and Criswell do anything together again, let alone buying into both of their careers pretty hard, pretty solidly at this point. I'm excited to see what's next. Next up is Thor number 12. This was interesting to see the date between Dr. Donald Blake and Jane Foster. So what's going to happen after that date? Is Thor going to come back like, all of this is wild, I'm still ready for Thor to be able to do some crazy shit in The King in Black, but who knows? And then last from Aftershock is We Live number 5. I enjoyed the issues leading up to this, where we saw some people make it to the train that, like, the Doomsday Cult was trying to block people from getting on. So Extinction Day is coming. The countdown to extraction is happening. So do people get out alive? That life is about to radically change, but do people successfully make it off the planet? In terms of other books that I'm interested in this week, I'll highlight books coming out from Scout Comics. There are 3 of them that are out, and only one of them I don't think I've looked at yet. But I get all these in the Scout box. I'm obligated to say that. I'm obligated to say that it's the best damn subscription box you can get in comics, that you get 12 issues for like $33 a month, so you don't miss anything out. So you should subscribe, especially if you like Scout. First, we've got the Recount number 2. Book 1 was wild. I remember finally reading that the day that the Capitol was invaded by people with Confederate flags and other shit. Was like, does he have a crystal ball? What's going to happen next? So we get more in terms of the idea of the, who is really now a threat to the new president of the United States. What are the wide sweeping repercussions going to be for citizens, right? Like, they've threatened to say that, like, if you voted for the guy that we hate, then we will track you down and kill you. Is all of that going to happen? I have not read Black Friday number 1, but everything that has come out of the Electric Caravan imprinting has been really, really good. So if this is a bunch of wild shit goes down on Black Friday, and maybe capitalism is bad, I'm here for it. And then the last book that I'm really, really, really excited for, Brian Hawkins and his team have put together the book Black Cotton number 1. This is an alternate reality where, imagine the black and white dynamic are flipped, that, slavery has gone down differently, that, we are seeing all kinds of wild things that are happening. That I thumbed through a little bit of the digital version of this file that I have, and I was like, I gotta finish it when it's on paper, and maybe I'll take a picture of me reading Black Cotton while wearing all of my Black Cotton swag, because they had a bunch of wild things, and I was like, who needs to buy this shit? Me. So if you want to see what kind of random Black Cotton themed merch that I bought from Scout's web store, saddle up. You're in for a hell of a ride. So that's it. Anything that I'm missing out on this week that you would recommend? Anything you think I should try and pull? Maybe find it digitally, see if my shop will order it for me and have it come in a week or 2. Let me know down in the comments below, or if you're here live, over in the chat over here. Remember, 750 subscriber giveaway thing, and all of that other stuff. I don't think I have anything else to say. I think we're going to be a hell of a lot shorter than 30 minutes after I edit this. Hopefully we're 15, talking about 27 books. We'll see. But as always, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.
Hey, little girl. Did you want to know a secret?
I got 5 on it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.